Points of coded intelligence. A moment's pause allows your vision to clear. Surely the way ahead is not the same as it appeared to be. To fully assess the topography of time's progression, take a moment to detach from the scene. You've grown accustomed to certain shapes and spectres. They have emblazoned themselves upon your eyes and into your brain. Yet, have you given the same accord to that which signals from within? Allow your vision to rest fully and unequivocally on the self-generated forms of light. You may need to turn from the structure of reality as you know it to find the secret passage to its source, and from there to the thing that makes everything else make sense. It can't be done on the common field of circumstance. Rather, it requires a quest to the higher rise of the land of shadows, the path that leads to the headspring, to the origin. Stay on course. It's love that's calling you home. There's really no point in moving forward now if you don't pay attention to the lay of the land. While all systems seem to be go, something fundamental is giving you another signal. This is making you intuitively pull back on the reins, not so much to stop or turn back, but to pause and consider the path ahead. You may have been barreling along on the same coordinate grid for so long that the meandering road has burned into your eyes. So pause. Raise your head so your vision can readjust. If whatever you cast your eyes on, you see the same pattern, it may be a good time now to wrench yourself free from it. The picture that's been the focus of attention can throw the light of illusion merely from having been repeated, accepted, dwelled within. Does this make it real? No more than the retina burn you see when you divert your eyes to a blank wall. This is a good time to blink a few times. Let the image fade. Let your visual apparatus return to a resting state. Refresh the screen, clear the image, and only then be ready to reassess the way forward. If you feel a pause would be wise, if you sense slowing your in-breath now would give you more grounded traction, then do. Plenty is happening as the situation shuffles all the contingencies. It is a gift to give yourself all the attention. What's outside is, for all you can tell, an illusion, a screened vision. Discernment of the path ahead begins with a clear mental state. Reconnect to time from the inner senses first, once you reach equilibrium. Something seems to be missing in the construct of a whole and satisfying endeavor. Everything came together with such precision but for that final piece that lends balance and order. You can't fully appreciate what has happened in the build-up without filling that annoying spot with something. Secrets propel you elsewhere. The final piece must be hiding. It must be yet another quest to find an elusive holy relic, some crowning piece to sanctify the end. Perhaps, though, it's time to abandon the whole thing and just walk away into the night. Shrouded in secrecy, the architect of love's meaning remains incognito. The hands of the one who has spelled out nearly all of the masterpiece now move on to something else, somewhere else. Could it be that the endeavor has come to this? A finality eludes the moment, yet this need not predict a less than satisfying end. Yes, it seems that it's time to get out of the picture. The last piece of the architecture is not to be found in the same kind of space where the pattern has been set. To find 9, you might look to the stars. Dare yourself to see beyond the familiar limits of horizon. You might discover the fulfillment of the pattern of earthly striving to be resting in the space just above. Dare you climb for a better view? A higher intelligence echoes the knowing of your own mind. Leave the empty cups behind. Their dregs will not give you sustenance. The journey ahead is up, and higher light can drench your soul with relief. Where you may find yourself after venturing to higher ground is to break through the mirror into an atmosphere thoroughly saturated with an altogether different vibrational nature. Beyond the shroud of night's shadow, on the other side of the membrane of awareness, light announces its presence and welcomes wholeheartedly those with the metal to pierce reality's veil. There's really no trick to it but to follow your heart's impulses and your natural homing instinct to love's beacon. What may seem a dull pulsation from within the soup of human striving blasts in clarion tones to the ones who have made their way ever upward. Dare you break the surface from behind the mirror of the sun? Emerge as one who had been immersed in density. Light's play in the waters of consciousness lures the hopeless mind with promises that flash and are gone. Having attuned the inner receiver to the true light only faith can see, the faithful now emerge to witness the glory of truth's appeal inescapable. What was is soon forgotten. Who you were has been dismantled and left to dissolve in a natural return to elemental essentials. Who you are becomes clearer by the moment. Continue to let go. Continue to reach higher, outward from your center point, while maintaining your buoyancy in the rising tide of human beingness coming to recognize its destiny. There is still time to choose, to alter the angle of your final ascent toward the moment of significance that beckons. Aim for love. This week's contemplation from the pages of Opalescence. In the moments of transcendence, when you come face to face with the known you, there ceases to be anything else but that knowingness and what that knowingness engenders around you. This is the truth from which you come. The center of the universe is directly accessible through the core of every molecule of every cell in your beingness, and at the core of every atom in your body is a pathway to God. Divinity is what you are. It is where you source. And it is the time to become aware again of the truth of what that means now. Thank you for listening. If you like this channel, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with all the new videos that come out. I thank you all for your kind support, and if you are interested in helping this channel along, please visit ko-fi.com/divine9, where you can buy a coffee or subscribe for monthly support. Everything's greatly appreciated and helps extend the mission of the League of Light. Please visit me at ninespath.com and explore all of the books and videos and writings and drawings that the League of Light has transmitted through me, and be ready to change your world. Until next time, have a great week.